Hey, hey. So you've had a few minutes to digest and think about it. How do you feel about your performance?
I felt great. I won.
That's true.
I felt really good.
When it went to the judges, were you confident that you had the decision win?
Personally, yes, I did. So when I heard that they gave her a round, I was a little shocked, but it's okay. You know.
Is there a moment when you hear her name that you just have like abject fear?
When I heard her name, when the judge gave her a round, I was like, oh, okay. I was pretty confident that I won two rounds, so.
What was the game plan going in there? Obviously, you beat her in the grappling, and that was clearly where your advantage was. Was that the plan going in?
No, it was just to be well-rounded, you know, go in there and not fight her fight my fight. Whether that be striking, kicking her, taking her on the ground, trying to submit her, I did everything in there.
Is that usually how you like to approach it, instead of focusing on what they're going to do, but rather focusing on what you can do? I
mean, I was still aware. I was 100% aware of what she was going to do, her spinning back fist, her kicks, the way she kicks, her movement. We got ready for all of that.
So what do you like to do now? Do you want to take a bit of time out, rest up, or would you like to get back in there as soon as possible?
So, I mean, right now I just want to go home with my family, spend some time with them, but see how I feel, how I recover. But I do want to be active. I want to stay in the flyweight division and make a name for myself here.
Is there any injuries or anything like that going into this fight that you might need to take some time off to heal, or are you pretty fresh?
I mean, right now, because of the adrenaline, I don't feel much. But you know, tomorrow when you start moving around, and that's when you start feeling things here and there. But as of right now, I feel great. You
mentioned the division. Obviously, you waited until the last second. You obviously tried to make the weight, but didn't quite get there. What exactly happened with that, and how come you weren't able to hit the point?
I'm sorry, what was your question?
How come you didn't make weight yesterday?
So I was 0.5 off. They normally give us an hour to cut the rest of the weight. The doctor didn't clear me. The doctor didn't let me cut the half a pound. So.
Just because he spoke to you and felt that you wouldn't?
No, he checked me out, and I just wasn't. He wasn't okay with me cutting the rest of the weight.
Do you agree with his medical opinion, or do you think you could have probably?
I could have cut. It was 0.5 ounces. I could have cut it. I could have peed it. He didn't let me. So. Is
that a little bit irritating? That because now everyone's going to say, oh, she missed weight, and you didn't have the opportunity to get the extra hour that you're usually entitled to?
Yeah, well, I thought I was going to get that extra hour. So I was very confident that I was going to make 126 on the dot. So when the doctor didn't clear me, my coach fought, like, you know, it's just 0.5 ounces. I'm fine. I'm walking. I did everything he asked me to do just fine. And he still didn't clear me. He said no. Protocols, which I, have no other choice but to respect.
If, even though I can tell by your voice, you'd rather not respect them. If I remember right, you weighed in with like 10:45, I think, so you had 15 minutes. If you had known that they weren't going to give you the extra hour, would you have just tried to cut that for the last 15 minutes and then weighed in right at the last moment? Like, did thinking you had that extra hour affect your decisions in cutting weight?
If I would have took it?
Yeah, well, so if you obviously thought you had that extra hour, right?
Yeah.
So if you'd have known you weren't going to get that beforehand, would you have?
I would have cut it, yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
I would have jumped on the scale to miss weight, with 0.5 ounces off.
Right.
I would have never done that. I've never missed weight in my life. Never in my career. I've missed weight. So I was really,
frustrating.
Very frustrating.
Right. Thank you very much.
I guess that clears up some things. I guess we were kind of thinking that you were going to get that chance to go back and try to lose a little bit more weight. Did they weigh you one final time in the back? Because it looked like that we thought we saw the mechanism getting set up to weigh in the back. Did they tell you that you weren't able to weigh in again and they gave you one more shot in the back? Or was it they just said, that's it, you're done?
No, my coach fought them. Said, hey, she went to the restroom. She can continue to go to the restroom. Can we just weigh? And they said, well, if she weighs again, that's the final weigh. We said, well, regardless, it's the final weigh because we still can't cut the weight. Yeah. So can we just check? Just check one more time. Fingers crossed. That's all it was.
All right. Well, then looking at your record, I mean, you have an impressive streak going on here. What would you credit to the secret to your success and why you've been able to do so very well lately in the octagon?
Just my team. I have a great team behind me. I have a coach that has believed in me since day one, since my career. He's right here in my corner, Santino DeFranco, and I wouldn't be this far if it weren't for him, you know, and the rest of my team behind me. I have Angel, that's been my wrestling coach since, and family member since a young age, and then I have Eddie Cha that has been really working long hours with me on my striking, so I have a great team behind me.
Was there anything that happened out there from Justine that sort of surprised you, that you weren't maybe expecting?
No, we knew going into this fight that she was going to be a tough opponent, that she was going to be game, so.
Well, then looking towards the rest of 2021, what sort of goals are you setting for yourself for the rest of the year?
I have quite a few goals. I want to be active. I want to remain at 125. I'm going to remain at 125 and really, you know, hopefully jump in the rankings in this division.
You keep saying I'm going to remain at 125. Are you getting pressure from the UFC to maybe consider moving up, or?
No.
Okay.
No. This is my choice. I want to be at 125, flyweight. The girls at bantamweight are just too big.
Yeah.
You know, I did bantamweight because I didn't want to have a long layoff. I was having some health issues. After my Contender Series, I had a horrible cut to make that weight. And I was just very unhealthy. My weight was off the roof. I was eating healthy and my weight wouldn't drop. And I said, man, I don't want to have a long layoff, you know, so what can we do? And they said, well, fight at bantamweight. All right, well, let's do it. I'm not one to say no to the challenge.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Tracy, I don't know if you can answer in English and Spanish.
Los dos, como sea.
Okay. So, how meaningful was workout with Selena's son, assuming you're a big fan? And after that, what are you looking forward for your career in the next months?
Why did I walk out to Selena?
Yeah, why? If there
Why?
were a reason, and how meaningful was it? In Spanish, please.
Oh, ok, en español. Yo salgo con Selena porque mi mamá, cuando hice mi primera pelea amateur, ella me dijo, mija, sal con la canción de Selena, como la flor. No, mamá, ¿cómo crees que voy a salir con Selena? Le decía. Y al fin, sí, siempre salí con Selena y se pegó, ya se pegó, pasaron los años y ya escucho esta canción, es como, me acuerdo de ella y me da la motivación. Entonces, escucho esta canción y es como, ya, alerta, ya vas a pelear. Esa es mi motivación. Gracias. Gracias. Oh, thank you.